Well, hey there, how are you? It is I, the Terrific Lady, otherwise known as Brandy, and welcome to a very special kind of review for several reasons. Guess what today is? August 18th. Guess what happened in horror movie land on August 18th, 1973? One of the most bizarre crimes in the annals of American history, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is the movie that I am going to be reviewing today. And the second reason why it's so special is because this is a movie that I have seen a lot of times. So it's a review, a retro review, but a very special kind because it is not new to me, but it may be new to you. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about it. So it goes without saying, and I say this every time, there is massive spoilers coming up. So if you have not seen this movie, go pause this, pause this review right now, go watch it, and then come back. All right, so the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, made in 2003 and directed by Marcus Nispel. It has a group, a similar premise to the 74 one, has a group of 5 youths who are making a trek across Texas, except in this one, they're going to a Leonard Skinner concert. They end up picking up a hitchhiker who ends up blowing her head off in their van. And when they go to a gas station to try and get a hold of the sheriff, like tell people what happened, that's when shit goes downhill, because little did they know, they have wandered into the midst of a pretty much abandoned town full of crazies and that harbors a killer known as Leatherface, the famous chainsaw wielding killer. And that is Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003 in a nutshell. So what are the positives about this movie? I admit I am very, very biased about this movie. You can already tell that I love it. I have already mentioned at the beginning that I love it. So you know my verdict kind of before I even say my verdict. But the positives about this movie is, to me, I like the reason that they're going to Texas better in this movie than I do in the 74 one. I thought the reason the 74 one was kind of boring. But yeah, I like the reason that they're going to Texas better in this movie. I like how the 5 all played off of each other. It just felt like I was witnessing a conversation, and a general freaking out amongst friends. I also like the fact that it got just straight down to the action. So whenever the first one died, boom, it was sudden. There was no dragging it out. When people died in this movie, they were dropping like flies. The horror action was very just straightforward, to the point. They didn't waste any time, which I appreciate in a movie like this. When you have a slasher, you can't really take forever with the kills. Of course, there's going to be build up. There's going to be some story build up like behind it. But when it comes to the kills, you just got to get right to it. And this movie definitely did that. I also I don't know. I really like the story behind this. With the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the story is not that convoluted. There are 5 people trying to survive the onslaught of a crazy psycho town and Leatherface. The story's not that convoluted. I love the story. I can appreciate just a good, simple, straightforward story. And I really like the dude that plays Leatherface. Leatherface has he's meant to have a very imposing presence. He's a big fucking dude. And I think the actor who played him, I'm gonna butcher his last name, but I know so you can't butcher the first name. Andrew Bernarski. I think I got that right. Andrew Minarsky, just a very imposing Leatherface, very ominous presence. Now, what are the negatives? I hate coming up with negatives for the sake of negatives. But let's see here. Some people may kind of wonder, like, why go with the last name Hewitt when it was the Sawyers in the 74 one. So I guess 74 Texas Chainsaw Massacre purists may bitch about the fact that they changed the last name from Sawyer to Hewitt. I mean, I don't know, that never bothered me. Some might see it as negative. Some people may also see as a negative, like, well, never explain like why they're in this town just like killing people. I mean, do psychos really have to have an explanation? But if you want more of a backstory, watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning, 2006, which is a direct prequel to this one, and those questions will be answered. I don't know. I pointed out some things that some could consider negatives, but I personally don't have anything negative to say about this movie. I even really like Jessica Biel as the final girl and what she did with saving that baby that ended up in the clutches of just like those psycho people. She saved the baby and then ran over the cop numerous times. I would have done the same thing. But yeah, it's hard for me to really find many negatives about this movie. I love it. I enjoy it. I know that people were like, about this movie a lot when it came out because, remakes, then. But I know it's gained a lot more appreciation over the years, and I am so thankful for that. So my verdict, even though you already know my verdict, is I fucking love this movie. I've watched it numerous times. I own it. I put it on my shelf. You should too, if you like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 2003. So Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003. Is it your favorite Texas Chainsaw Massacre of the franchise? If it's not, that's okay. Just let me know if this or whatever one is your favorite in the comments below. If you want to see more horror content, you can check me on Instagram and Threads at Terrorific Lady. I have a blog that I post on at the end of every month, bekindpleaserewind.blog. And if you want to toss a coin to your Witcher, me, to help support Retro Rewind, I have a Ko-fi. So, thank you very, very much for watching this review. Happy Texas Chainsaw Massacre Day. Stay terrific, and I will catch you on the next review. Bye-bye.